There is a moment just before you click buy or sell where the world goes silent, where the chart stops being candles and becomes a mirror, where you're not looking at the market anymore. You're looking at yourself. You know this moment. Every trader does. It's the space where hesitation meets hope and where 95% of traders make the same mistake. They act before they think. They judge before they understand. They leap before they test. Today, I want to show you a three-step test you can run before every trade. A test that separates the impulsive from the disciplined, the lost from the consistent, the 95% from the few who survive. But before we break it down, I want you to step into the story because you are the main character here. You open your trading platform. Your last loss is still echoing in your mind, not in numbers, but in emotion. You aren't angry, just tired. You replay what happened. You rushed. You assumed. You didn't fully check the setup. You went in anyway. That loss wasn't just financial. It was psychological. And as you stare at the next potential setup, you can feel something inside you whisper, don't make the same mistake again. But habits are strong, especially the bad ones. This is where the three-step test begins. The test is simple, not easy, simple. Step 1. Market structure. Is the story of price clear? Step 2. Psychological neutrality. Are you neutral? Step 3. Risk reality. Does the trade still make sense after you calculate the real risk? 3 steps, 3 filters, 3 truths. Now you'll use them, not as theory, but as experience. You zoom out. For the first time today, you don't look for opportunities, you look for clarity. George Soros believed that markets were not machines, but expressions of human perception. Price is not truth, it is belief. So you read the chart like a story, where buyers changed their minds, where sellers hesitated, where the trend cracked, where momentum breathed. You follow the footprints of the crowd, but you don't follow the crowd itself. As the structure becomes clearer, you whisper to yourself, is the story coherent? Does the structure support the idea? If the answer is no, the trade is already over. Most traders never pass this step, but today, you do. The market senses uncertainty. It always does. A candle spikes, the pattern distorts, and your old self wants to jump in before it's too late. But you pause. Your breathing slows. Your mind shifts from wanting to catch the move to wanting to understand the move. This is what 95% ignore. The market does not reward speed. It rewards clarity. You stay calm. You observe. You wait for the story to make sense again. Now you check yourself. Because even if the chart is clear, your emotions might not be. You ask, am I trading what I see or what I want to see? This is the step most traders skip because it's uncomfortable. You feel the pull, the desire to win back the last loss, the hunger to prove something, the impatience itching beneath your skin. But instead of fighting it, you acknowledge it. This is psychological neutrality, not the absence of emotion, but awareness of it. You let the emotions exist, and then you let them go. Now you are neutral. Now you are in control. As your mind settles, the chart shifts, a clean retracement, a confirmed structure, volume aligning with direction, momentum slowing at the right level. This is not luck. This is not coincidence. This is what happens when the inner noise fades. You finally see what was always there. Here is where most traders fall. Here is where accounts die risk. Not the idea of it, but the reality. You calculate your stop, you measure the distance, you compare it with your account, you check your risk to reward, you assess your position size, and then you ask the final question. If this trade loses, will I still be centered? If the answer is no, you don't take the trade. If the answer is yes, you're ready. Today, it's yes. Not because the trade is perfect, but because you are prepared. You enter the trade with calm hands, no rush, no fear, no excitement, just presence. You are no longer gambling. You are executing. Every trade tests your faith before it tests your skill. The candle wicks down. Your position goes slightly negative. Old thoughts try to rise. You made a mistake. Close it before it gets worse. But you breathe. You remember the three-step test. You followed structure. You checked your psychology. You verified risk. You are not afraid. You are aware. The chart shifts. Your position moves in your favor. Not aggressively, but steadily. This is the reward of discipline. Clarity creates calm. Calm creates consistency. You feel a quiet confidence rising, not in the market, but in yourself. Soros once said, markets are constantly in a state of uncertainty, and money is made by discounting the obvious and betting on the unexpected. You feel the truth of that now. The three-step test didn't help you predict the market. It helped you survive it, and survival is the foundation of profitability. Your target is close. You secure partial profits, not out of fear, but out of structure. You pay yourself. You protect the trade. You protect your mind. The small win builds confidence. The discipline builds identity. The market gives one last move. Your final target hits, not a huge win, not a life-changing trade, but a clean professional execution. Something 95% of traders never do because they never test their trades. Today you did. You close your charts. Not because you're tired, but because you're done. For the first time, you feel something more valuable than profit. Control, clarity, consistency. This is what the three-step test gives you. This is what most ignore. This is what separates the emotional from the intentional. 1. Market structure. 2. Psychological neutrality. 3. Risk reality. 3 steps, 3 filters, 3 truths that protect you. You whisper them to yourself. You let them sink in. They are no longer rules. They are identity. You realize something powerful. The market doesn't reward intelligence. It rewards discipline. It rewards self-awareness. It rewards those who test before they act. You are becoming one of them. If this message helped you, if it grounded you, guided you, or gave you clarity, support the channel, like the video. Subscribe for more insights.